How's that? Good morning. I always park like away from the school. And then walk her in because one, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to make small talk, I guess, because I don't know what to say. That sucks. Also, I don't like the clusterfuck that is driving into the school parking lot right as it's time to drop your kid off. Too many moving pieces. You don't know when some little old granny or kid's gonna come walking in front of your car. And I try to convince myself it was so we could have an extra few minutes to talk and stuff. And you know what, actually it's pretty valid. When I pick her up from her after school program, we get to talk about her day. And it's about a 3 or 4 minute walk, but at least those minutes we're not looking or listening to anything. We're just walking and talking. Or sometimes we're just walking in silence, but we've always kind of had that relationship where we can just be hanging out, but not even having to be like talking or anything. So, anyways, it's just been I don't even think it's stressful or busy or any of those things. I just think that you're not gonna know how to be a parent until you start parenting, and then having more than one child changes the way that you parent, and then every child just changes it, and probably changes your perspective and how you think and approach, and definitely how you manage your time. And it's just been difficult lately. And you need to decide where the sacrifices go. And I had found a good little pocket, but then I injured my leg and I've got a shin splint, and I haven't ran for, this would be the 10th day I've been off of running, and but the previous 3.5 weeks I just went too hard, and I put too many miles on my legs. I think I did 110 miles in 4 weeks. In a week and a half of those, I only ran 3 times. So really, it was about 2.5 weeks where I did about 100, or maybe 90 miles. It was too much, and I'm paying for it now. And I played volleyball probably for about 30 to 40 minutes 3 times since then. And it's definitely feeling sore today. And it's just so hard to just stop doing anything active, especially once I started really getting, I got into a nice spot of running where I could go to work early and then drop them off and go run and then go to work and then go to practice. And I figured it all out, and I still was getting a decent amount of sleep, but then when I got injured, then I figured I don't have to go to work early really as much, except the days we have practice, because I could just eliminate those 2 hours. And then really the early going to the office at 5 was really just so I could take that extended 2-hour break and run and be ready. But without that, I just beeline from dropping the girls off and then go to work, which isn't fun. It's boring. And my job's fine, but I never dreamed of being a accounts payable office guy at my brother's in a plumbing business. But I'm just too unsure and scared and too much of a little bitch to try and pull something else out now. And so the last a week or two, excuse me, this week, I worked and then I went back to work late at night, and it was fine. But it seems there's a lot more moving pieces at night around the office than at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I feel safer early in the morning going out there. But it's fine. It's probably, I just gotta keep, I went back last night, I probably made I don't know, $75 or something just for going back for 3 hours, and I need it, dude. Expenses are going up. We had, a third childcare costs money. And I think that's another thing, that's another added stress that I wasn't prepared for. I knew it, but I just wasn't prepared for it coming. And then Tuesday we lost to Santa Barbara, and it didn't feel right from the first point. I think we got aced in the first point. We dropped the first set, and then we smashed them in the second set, and then we came back and made a miraculous comeback and won the third set, and that should have got us going, and we should have been able to capitalize and try to win that fourth one and not go to the rubber match fifth game set where anything can happen. But it was at Santa Barbara, and that's fine. There was a lot of other stuff going on, and we had to take Oakley to the doctors to get checked out and COVID tested just so she could go back to preschool at some point. And she still has a runny and meaty cough right now. And then Hollister's nose started running again, and they are I got 3 little children that just keep swapping germs back and forth, and honestly, I'm not sure how to avoid it, really. We want them to go to school and socialize, and part of that is you're going to get sick, and I believe they got sick from going to school. And it's just the way they want us to re-enter them is get a doctor's note and a COVID test, and you can just see this. Even just having to do this once has been such a hassle, and it's just difficult. And luckily her test was negative, but she's noses just won't stop running, so she can't go back, and it just pisses me off that we're paying for it and yet we have to stay, and I'm just getting taxed doubly because I'm not able to make more money, and they're charging me money. But it's just a regular blue collar problem where we live in one of the sweetest places in the world. And it's all about perspective, but just with that, then they're not sleeping all the way through the night, and there's been a couple of times where I think I only slept 4 or 5 hours, and last night when I came back to work, I was falling asleep at my desk. It's just a lot lately, and these motherfuckers just don't know how to fill out their work orders, which to me seems simple, but to them it's probably just stupid because they're plumbing an entire house and we're just keyboard typing bullshit. So I am just I don't have anything to complain about. I agree, but everything's just everything's just so much more difficult lately, if you ask me. And if we're put a perspective on it, it's not difficult at all. It's just a privileged life. But nobody tells you, like, even if I was a billionaire, I'd still have all these little stupid issues. And in the sphere of your own universe, everything is magnified and big. Oh, and my mother-in-law's cancer, like, came back. And it's in her lungs. And so I think we got all that on Tuesday. Right? Yeah, it's been a lot this week. I understand it's all part of life, but or maybe when something really negative happens, it's just magnified, and the other things seem to be contributing also. Yeah. So, anyways, we had a loss to Santa Barbara hurt, but it was I think it might be helping us out. Might have brought us down to earth a little bit more, keep them a little bit hungry. I think we figured out that the key to our success is going to be through our setter and not letting her maybe run the show as much on the floor. Maybe put more input into her brain and having her force feed the middles. Something different. We just can't. And we didn't. We got 40 kills from the 2 and we didn't win. So right there we figured out it's not a sure thing all the time. And I don't think they want it. I don't think the tradition and all the time they put in and the opportunity to put a banner, it doesn't seem like it's ringing true for them at all. And so basically at the end of the day, the only people that want it, that care about it, that see some significance in it and for down the road is Megan and I. And I think we're just going to have to downgrade the importance of it for them, for the players, just so they won't put this extra pressure on themselves. And then when we win, it's going to do a lot more for the future than for them right now. And it'll be something good they can carry along with them. But I think for us as coaches, it's like a well-deserved like pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I wouldn't say rainbow, but I just know like we haven't had it's been about 7 or 8 years since we had a team that was close to this. And I'd say McKenna and Natalie were close to these 2 pins, probably better a little bit more, but I noticed like they didn't even seem like they wanted it. And I think that's the challenge right now is how are we going to get the best out of these kids to compete at the highest level when it's not apparent that it's something super important to them. And I think just not letting them think as much, not giving them the confidence to take the bull by the horns and take the ball and run with it. I think we got to lead them, help them. They need to know what we're executing and when, because I don't think they quite know volleyball IQ, what to do when. They know how to do quite a few moves, but I don't think the judgment's quite there. And you know what? That's our fault for giving them too much leeway and too much just too much confidence, I think. There's my papa. I gotta go to work. And today's Thursday, and I'm gonna play San Ynez tonight at home. And so hopefully we'll get another win and back. We have to win. So if we don't, then we might drop to 3rd or 4th. Anyways, those are my thoughts on today, and I think that's it. All right, later. Whoop.